We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Many years I had accumulated a shoulder injury due to lifting heavy weights back then. You know, this was in high school. And it's kind of interesting because recently this injury's been bothering me for many years. And recently, 2018, my brother, Dr. Boz Moreno, has suggested that I take some of his B-Venom, a homeopathic solution he put together. And I was like, yeah, let me try it. Let me see what's up. At first, I was kind of skeptical to the situation, but then at the same time, with its track record, I was like, yeah, he be putting it down when it comes to homeopathic medicines and whatnot, you know, due to the history we have with each other and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, let me get some. So I end up ordering some, read the instructions, what I need to do, how much I need to illustrate within or add to my body or whatever the case may be. So over a 2-month period, I took it. I took injections from every Tuesday, so 4 times a week, 4 times a month. So I took it for 2 months, and after the second month, I noticed that my arm was not hurting anymore. The muscle had repaired itself, literally, you know, and I was like, whoa, let me start sharing this with people, you know, really start giving them an opportunity to check out what's actually involved with B-Venom. So tune in. We definitely got some more exciting things. If you're interested in administrating some B-Venom, check out our advertisement that we have that's supporting this podcast. Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Haru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again. Here with you, here for you. Here to connect some dots. Here to think about some dots. Here to inform, to enlighten, to share, to access information that you may have stored within your pineal gland or your thoughts and thinking. Shout out to all the viewers and the listeners that you are live on episode 118. Speak your truth. This is actually dedicated to that brother. Now I can't even say the brother, Ralph Smart. That's his name, Ralph Smart. Shout out to you, giving me the title, Speak Your Truth. And basically this is episode 118, coming right at you with the next level with your host. Yes, this is You Are the Gym with your host, the Modern Monk. Yes, the Modern Monk, Haru, just back at it again. I want to give shout outs and thank yous to everybody who's actually been tuning in, tuning up, getting ready and prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? You can always reach your brother out there. Like I said, you can always connect with YouAreTheGymLive.com/podcast show, our podcast, as well as Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, many more. I'm out there in these social media tracking devices. Sharing the knowledge, sharing the wisdom, sharing the experiences that I have been going through. And like I said, this is episode 118 with your podcast at the most. You Are the Gym, talking about Speak Your Truth. And I always say this before and after and the beginning and the middle and the end, right? Do your own homework. Do your due diligence. Do your own research. You feel me? Don't just listen to what I'm saying, but like I say, this is the disclaimer. The disclaimer is listen to what I'm saying. Do everything I say do, when, why, and how. Shout out to you. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. Let me repeat that. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. Now we're going to shoot to another side. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to my brother, Dr. Boz Moreno for Wellness and Health. Dr. Boz Moreno for Method Moreno.
You can always reach this brother via website or actually access his products and services through drbosmoreno.xyz as well as drbosmoreno.com. You can email the brother at support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. That's support@methodmoreno@gmail.com. As well as phone the brother, text him please. You can text him via 404-462-0571. That's 404-462-0571. And to my next sponsor, Lifestyle Barber Academy. Shout out to my brother Lamont for doing his thing, staying positive, keeping it moving, keeping the pressure on you. Entrepreneurship, thinking, mindset, understanding. You can actually reach his barbershop academy at 33720 9th Avenue South, Suite 2, Federal Way, Washington 98003 USA. His website, Lifestyle Barber Academy, lifestylesbarberacademy.com. His phone number or email, lifestylesbarberacademy2017@gmail.com. That's lifestylesbarberacademy2017@gmail.com. As well as his number is 253-517-5345. That's 253-517-5345. Business hours are from 5:30 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I mix it up. What they call that stuff when you're looking at numbers and stuff backwards. That's what I was doing. and thinking way ahead. Oh, I got to be up at 5:30. But here's last but not least, your last sponsor, the Fitness Mental Toughness. You can always reach this brother. His name is Haru, the Modern Monk. Y'all probably haven't even heard of this brother. The Modern Monk for You Are the Gym Body. Excellent guy. Excellent. Awesome dude, too. Awesome. He can get down to the dirty elements of what's going on and how you can start making exercise a part of your life. Make it just a lifestyle. So you can get his website at youarethegymlive.com as well as youarethegym.com. You can email a brother at youarethegym@gmail.com. That's youarethegym@gmail.com. And that's with a U. You know what I'm saying? A U. As well as you can phone and text the brother at 206-659-6382. That's 206-659-6382. And you know we got them tees that You Are the Gym t-shirts, hands down, with the special logo looking like that. Yeah. Representing 24/7, 7 days a week, all around the globe, all around the world, same song. Yeah, so we getting it in, them teas. Now, let's get to the course of the meal. Let's get the meat and potatoes, as they would say. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. 118th episode. Speak your truth. I'm trying this new monster out. I've been chilling out on the energy drinks and going more to more natural. I wouldn't even say caffeine is natural, but y'all know what I'm saying. Using coffee more instead of drinking these energy drinks, because we really don't know what these energy drinks are really about too. Kind of like your COVID shot. You don't really know what's in the ingredients, even if you can pronounce the names and all that other stuff. We got some problems, men, women, people, human beings. We have some serious problems. The key thing, though, is this. Even if you're for the vaccines and you're for COVID and all this other ridiculous issues that we really have, we literally have grasped. Give me 1 second. We really have grasped the concept of trusting our government. Think about this. We have really came to trust our doctors. We really have came to trust our farmers. And we know our farmers are, they're not all equal. And they're not all doing the same thing far as to help humanity. Because we're caught up in them dollar bills. Not just the dollar bills, but control. That's why I'm saying, speak your truth. Speak your truth. What have you seen? What's going on? And you really believe That's the really thing. You really, your belief system or your faith. You really have faith in your government. But they've been doing so many, it's been treason to the highest. We seen it in the highest office they call the presidency. You seen it done there. They get away with it, live the legacy and live the life. You know, they don't die like your boy Epstein, right? They don't all of a sudden, they got to kill him off, take him out of the game. Oh, he hung himself. Think about it. Nixon, he just resigned and was out of it. They knew he was doing wrong anyway. But he didn't get persecuted. Nothing happened to the brother. He might have had a bad rep for a few years. Now most of them people are dead and gone. Think about it. But speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak what you actually not even believe in. Because see, beliefs are pretty narrow these days. And beliefs is always changing too. That's another thing too. Change is always happening. You know what I'm saying? Change for the better. That's usually the case. But don't tell me you're going to force something on me to predict a change. And we already seeing a fucked up situation anyway. We're already way above. Look, all I'm saying, our health has been compromised. The last 20 years in this new millennia, 21 years now, in this new millennia, our health has been jeopardized. Our health has been getting pretty fucked up. And you telling me I got to take a vaccine or take some type of foreign entity to put in my body, even though you do it every year with your flu shots. Oh, but the vaccine is mandate. No, who's telling you? Look, think about it. All the other shit that was before so-called vaccine, chicken pox and all this other shit. That was forced on us too. It was forced on us too. They were standing up to that, people. They were standing up to these bullshit, all these vaccines and shit that we've been claiming. Look, a virus is cancer. A lot of us are living with cancer 24/7, 7 days a week, and then we go get chemotherapy. They tell us to get chemotherapy even though it's killing us. Yeah, you get people who have survived it. Majority of the people don't survive it though. They don't tell you those statistics, huh? How many people are dying just on natural causes? Right? All these people that's already sick. That's another thing too. We already sick. Like Malcolm X say, we sick. The master would say, I'm sick. He would tell one of the slaves he's sick. So the house Negro, he would go out and maybe say, we sick now, we sick. We have became conditioned, people. We have came conditioned. Look, this is a sister out there that's been educating people for a long time now, especially when it comes to vaccines. Dr. Nancy Turner Banks, she's an MD. She no longer in the USA, if you want to call it that. The ununited. The ununited, because we starting to see more of that, how ununited we are, because they keep playing these ploys. And if you notice, all the ploys was played before this vaccine came out, or before this trickery, as Mr. Elijah Muhammad would say, the trickery. We're going to put some of that trickery on their ass. Put that trickery, therefore that fear, therefore it's educated within the system to act accordingly. Right? So when you do got people standing up, all of a sudden they dead. Oh, their algorithms are not going anymore. I'm not even seeing what's going on with them because they're policing. Y'all remember that? The police. Police been policing. They've been doing, what is it? COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO been going on since day one. Since day one. They know exactly what's going on. That's all that was going on. I think this vaccine is a segregation tool. People don't think it is, but that's what it is. It's discriminating. It's all them shits. All that shit is going on. All the unvaccinated and the vaccinated. Like I said, episode 118. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Be your truth. Live your truth. Stop always following the crowd. You know the crowd is going straight to hell. They're just going to hell. That's literally what they're doing. They living in hell. You have somebody who's controlling your whole identity, your status, and it hasn't been good, people. Yeah, they'll give you, like I said, the analogy with the frog. The water's been boiling and we just been sitting up in there just marinating up in that motherfucker. Patriot Act. All these, and it's funny too, because you got so much education going on. The problem is deciphering the education and finding your real truth. You should be questioning anything and everything anyway that's violating your personal choice in life. Speak your truth, brothers and sisters. I want to thank you again for the gratitude and latitude in the intensity that we have came together as you enter the mindset of thinking for yourself. That's really the key thing. That's all what these so-called gurus are actually asking you to do, unless they're just trying to get money. So go buy my product. Go buy my pharmaceutical product that I have for you that will help you. Help me. Get my bottom line looking nice and swell. Nice and swell. Is it about money? No, it's really about needs being met, right? Think about it. All it is about needs being met. Why you handicapping people, telling them they got to get a vaccine shot to be able to work in this certain environment? So your freedom is already being violated, right? Shout out to you, Overtaker. Shout out to you. The key element is this. I demand you to question. You feel me? If you want validation, I'm demanding you to question everything your government is doing. Even your job, these policies that they got us under, committing to something. And we talk about culture. That's another thing people need to realize. We talk about culture, your environment. Your environment has a lot to do with how you respond, how you're acting, how you approach yourself, how even if you got any confidence or non-confidence, vice versa. But the one thing I think we have done to ourselves, we've been getting complacent in every aspect of our life. Hence, go check out my last podcast show. I talked about desire and need, and the needs of the hierarchy of the Maslow's theory. And like I said, it's just a theory. That's the thing we don't really be paying attention to. All the vaccine is a theory. They don't know if it's going to be successful. Hence, why all these people are getting the COVID, and then all of a sudden, I had got the shot, but I did get the COVID. Hence, look, they're giving you the fucking shit. It's like AIDS. It's the same thing. If they're giving you a shot for AIDS, they're checking to see how you respond, how your body is going to respond. Hence, we don't know what's going on in these particular serums or vaccines or whatever the case may be. All I know, when you got people promoting it on some bullshit and telling you have to get it, it's always some kind of, that's the problem. And then the funny thing is, it's your mass media. It's these people now, they flip-flopping, as the brother would say. They wearing flip-flops and they got these flip-flop mindsets. All these people vaccinated, and then they telling you, not to get vaccinated. They telling you get vaccinated. No, we decided this. Look at the mandates. How are you unlawfully doing these mandates? So it's obviously somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid under the table, but we're not seeing it. We're not getting access to it because you're not trying to better the situation. You're not trying to better the environment. You telling me to go get a shot instead of why is the Delta variant changing? I thought y'all isolated the fucking COVID and took care of it just like you do all the rest of these so-called diseases. Symptomatic, asymptomatic. That's bullshit too. Kind of like they're telling you now, yo, you can eat all the food you want and still get these gains and get this stuff. This is not causing obesity. But you look at most of these people, especially out here in Hawaii, bellies are just bloated. Bloated, literally just bloated with what? They don't know, because it's the chemicals in the food. Like the one of the so-called journalists was talking about how, you need to go get the COVID, and one of these guys, it was interesting, but he was talking about the food we eat and all the other stuff we don't question. Kind of like, why are you not working out? Why are you not working out? You can work out every other day and still be good. Get your immune system up. Get your metabolism up. See, but it's all a mindset first. That's the whole point here of this YouTube channel. Or not this YouTube channel, but these podcasts, to really get you to start thinking for yourself. That's really the key thing. When you start thinking more positive and adding ingredients to your body that you know that's going to be more beneficial than harmful, then you start making clearer decisions, my brothers and sisters. You start working out, even if it's 5 minutes a day, or take a walk around your neighborhood. You feel me? Take a walk around your neighborhood. Go meet a neighbor. That's something new these days. You don't even know your neighbors. Like I said, speak your truth. This is a little different format than all my other last couple podcast shows. But speak your truth. Stop falling for the okie doke. Symptoms, and it's funny because if you listen to all the commercials, listen to all the pill commercials, all of them are saying the same shit. What the symptoms are, you're sneezing, or your stuffy nose. People, life gotta be lived, right? So you don't have to take everything what they're giving you, even if it's NyQuil and shit. I try to avoid all that shit. I try to avoid all that type of stuff, putting these foreign enemies within my body. Therefore, see, the art of war was the art of war within your body too. It's not just the outside. It's the inside, my brothers and sisters. It's the inside. Not trying to be politically correct or anything, my brothers and sisters. It's about you have to start taking ownership, possession of you. Stop allowing somebody else to dictate what you learn, who's teaching your children. We got a lot of dummies. You know that? We got a lot of dummies around us. Let me be very blunt with you. A lot of stupid people. And what's crazy about it? They want to stay stupid. They used to be formal. They said miseducated. That's what they was using back in the day. They're just miseducated, that's all. No, it's a whole bunch of education out here for them to get. Trust me. If not, they already heard it. They're just not using it correctly. Who am I to say how to use it and what not? But it is a certain status quo. It's a certain foundation of understanding with us, right? We know we need to eat. We know we need a shelter over our head. We know we need certain necessities to dictate the human experience. Hey, I've been called crazy. I don't mind it. Because I'm crazy for my life. And those around me, I want them to protect it too. But they got to act correctly too. You feel me? The capacity. That's what's so unique about relationships, a significant other. Love relationships, whatnot. You definitely got to have that trust, the respect, right? Those are the foundational elements. But the problem is, I think we tend to listen to everybody else, what they got to say about our relationship with this other significant other, right? That's the whole point about coming together, coming to one, understanding each other. And allowing that for each other, to give you space or give you the room to dictate, to do what you need to do to kind of formulate that relationship. Y'all not hearing me, man. Like I said, y'all not going to have, I guarantee you this, and I promise you this one, and I don't do too many promises, but I guarantee when my money is crazy and my so-called ego is blown the hell up, even though I'm going to keep it genuine with you guys. That's the whole point, genuineness. Not changing because, oh, somebody paid me $40 million to do this, to do that. That shouldn't even be your motivation. The motivation is to elevate people, getting them to think more, getting them to benefit, going back. And shout out to Brother Boz, Dr. Boz Moreno. We was talking today. It was interesting because he put himself, and no, this is no disrespect to my brother or anything, but he put himself more in the control mode. You know, he's out in Mexico, so he moved further away from civilization. So it's certain things that he gotta adjust to. You know what I'm saying? But he's looking at it on a positive, because that's the key thing. You gotta start taking back when you start really appreciating the simple things in life. The fast gratification, the moments, the right now kind of syndrome. You start really getting back of grounding yourself. Not this fast, okay, well, I don't have my water is not run, so I got to go a certain area to go get my water and bring it back to the house. And you really start seeing how you're preserving stuff. You know what I'm saying? You be more resourceful. That's the key thing. You Are the Gym podcast show live here with Haru on Instagram, as well as the recorded version. 118, speaking your truth, being your truth, living your truth. That's what it's really about. Because see, the truth never fails. That's what I do love about time. Because time actually exposes everything. Even the bullshit that they're telling you on this mass media level. How are you still watching CNN? How are you watching Fox Network? And then they got the nerve to say, all respect, don't tell me, oh, you getting all your news from the internet. You know, the internet is 90% of our information that's given right now, or that's promoted. Literally, probably 90%. I'm guesstimating, but I guarantee it's about 90%. Because people in the libraries, people in these other forums, even with the journalism stuff, they're basically going online, looking, researching, statistically, if you're really breaking down statistics. So don't tell me where you getting your information. It's amazing. So now the internet is a problem with the information, right? But when we used to get it from our so-called media, mass media, it's always been propaganda, brothers and sisters. It's always been propaganda. So that's why I'm saying, do your own homework. Do your own due diligence. It's too many red flags going on within our particular state of mind of what we're going through right now. Look at all the buildup from getting Donald Trump out to what they have been doing. They had the same agenda, people. Trump was just doing it he was trying to execute it in the 4 years they gave him. But shit, Biden did it in 1 year. In a few months. Biden did it in a few months. But that shows you where the mindset of the people are too. The sheep are gone. The sheep are done. The sheep are zombies. They're going to do whatever the shepherd want them to do. And his name may be Jesus. His name may be Buddha. His name may be Muhammad, Krishna. All the forms. The devil, Lucifer, however you want to look at. All the forms are there of this entity, of this so-called the one, the Antichrist. Like I said, I'm the Antichrist. I'm here for you. Believe me or don't believe me. But all I know, them games is looking real crazy. Look, that brother barely can get that shirt over that Mount Everest. But it's an understanding, my brothers and sisters. But the key element here is to speak your truth. Question what's really going on with these agendas. I'm not saying you got to know all the background of what these agendas been doing. But the funny thing is, you see how the people are starting to question. Obviously, you got these doctors. They've been on the bullshit. It's kind of like your bankers, right? The bankers, all of a sudden, the bankers are like way up there again. They got the truth from the people. Got the trust from the people. Kind of like your doctors, the trust in your doctors. All these bullshit, even your attorneys. All of them against you. That's the funny thing. All of them are truly against you. All the policies and laws that they create or statutes that they have created has been against you, not for you, brothers and sisters. They're for big businesses. That's what it's for. Hence why they're taking over. Hence why the big businesses have to apply to certain mandates, even though mandate is not a law. Y'all not with me. Go look it up. Go look it up. I challenge you on that. A mandate is not a law. Kind of like these executive orders. Y'all, brothers and sisters, we gotta, like I said, we gotta do our own homework, and you gotta do your own due diligence, and you start seeing the veil has been lifted. Hands down, the veil has been lifted. ISIS is there. Aset is open. She's visual. You can see her. She's in the highest mode, literally in the highest mode. And this devil, or Set, or however you want to look at it, the energy is going to definitely override what's going on with what we got going on right now. But the key thing, it's all in your hands, my brothers and sisters. Give me a shot. Life is lived once, as far as we know, on this plane. Even though if we reincarnate, we coming back, because it is certain resonance that we definitely feel, and certain people we connect with, even though we might not be caught up in the soulmate aspect of understanding, just for those of you who's not really resonating with that element. But at the same time, it's certain commonalities that we see within the human experience, right? Therefore, we're connecting real logically with other people, other foes, other human beings, where we can get the aha moments. Now, think about your government. A lot of you are for government. A lot of you are pro-government. A lot of you anti-government. A lot of you right there in the middle. I'm in the middle. I would say I'm in the middle. Because there's certain programs that they do have that make sense, obviously. But then there's certain things that we don't even need to be participating in. Literally. And we give them the power. That's the fucked up thing. We give them the power instead of start putting down like we usually, well, I wouldn't even say usually do. Because it's always fucking agendas. And the agendas usually are not for the people. The overall agenda, well, this be better for the people if we're all vaccinated and we're all controlled and we all... The thing is pro-choice. That's where it comes down to. Now, I don't give a fuck what anybody else say. It's pro-choice. If I want to take the vaccine, and I've been saying this on pretty much every show, but the funny thing is, it's pro-choice. That's really where it comes down to. Don't give me, well, it's for the betterment of this. Well, I don't get sick. That's the thing. I don't get sick. I know y'all motherfuckers be getting sick 24/7, 7 days a week. But then when you look at your health state, when you look at what you're doing, how you're living your life, you're sitting home all day, or you're sitting in front of a computer all day, you don't work out, you're drinking soda pops, or whatever the case may be. You're drinking fucking beer like it's out of style. And then you wonder why your health is all fucked up. You know, you're not even active with your children. You can't even play with your children. You see what I'm saying? And it's already been telling us already the libido situation. Dudes in their 20s and teens and can't even get their dick hard. Excuse my language, but that's 100. Let's keep it real. Testosterone levels are on a low as a motherfucker. 30s, 40s, people just fucked up. Men just fucked up. And it seemed like you don't want to do anything about it because you're so caught up in the bullshit. You so disturbed or you're so distracted by all this other shit to, okay, let me claim this. Let me go and, you know, I want to get ratified for this. Because you got people who are really into the gaming world and don't give a fuck about nothing else. Literally, nothing else. But all this stuff is happening right in front of you, but you're caught up. You're zoned out. You're comfortable. You're complacent. Not just men, women too. The women are just as fucked up. Hands down. Like I say, speak your truth. 118, speak your truth. Reality is in front of you. Usually reality shows you what's going on. It was funny because I was listening to a video or a response to Mr. Chris Rock. I guess Chris Rock had got the vaccine and caught COVID. And I guess he's going to... So he's telling people he's for the vaccine. Go get vaccinated and this and that. And it's funny too because people are, you know, responding. How do we... Listen, why do we even listen to your entertainers anyway? You know, because most of them are Hollywood out, right? Hollywood has dictated whatever lifestyle you want to live. The Kim Kardashians, some of the biggest marketers in the world. You feel me? You know, geniuses. Keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Speak your truth. The thing is, how do you follow fake? You see what I'm saying? How do you follow fake? I never could feel that. I never could, because fake is ego, right? Fake is ego. That's one of the 48 laws of power he talks about. Robert Greene. Go check that book out. And then another book you can check out. Leave Your Ego Behind. Wait, let me find it. Let me find it. I got it for you. Or Your Ego is the Enemy. That's what it is. Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Go check that one out. And it puts so it's about putting things in perspective, right? Especially if you got children. I'm really that's really the key thing, because what are the children thinking? Like now navigating within this system, we're masked up. You got the kids going to get vaccinated. So and the funny thing is, even with this vaccination stuff, they're saying that there's certain things in there like procreation, anti-procreation. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations they're putting in these Modernas. And it's funny because you do need the booster shot. When you get that shot, you need the booster shot. That's part of the science, right? It's crazy, but it makes sense why they keep giving you the flu shot. Are you with me? It makes sense. And all the shit, all these flu shots, since we've been doing all this stuff, these vaccinations, it's been causing other issues, people. Other diseases. Oh, yeah, we can add food into that. We can add all this fucking 5G and all these other crap we going around our bodies and stuff. Frequencies, all these frequencies that we know is fucking us up. And then we're wondering, we talking about living. You're 70, 80 years old, and you walking on a crutch. You talking, oh, I'm living. That ain't no living. You gotta have diapers on, all kinds of crazy shit. That's not living, brothers and sisters. That's not living. That's dead to me. Mind gone. Dementia, Alzheimer's, ADD, all kinds of crazy shit, people. Literally, all kinds of crazy shit. And we accept it. We accept it. Because you don't want to work out. It's funny too, because you don't want to work out in your younger years, right? That is, I'm grateful for being a young athlete and keeping up that mentality. Keep having that mentality. I'm very thankful for that, right? To keep that mentality, because it makes me look younger, make me feel younger. I can actually get out with my nieces and nephew and play any sport. Keep it real with you, any sport. You feel me? That's the cool thing, and not all winded and all, hold on, man, let me sit back. Yeah, let me, every 2 minutes, if you can even hold it for 2 minutes. But it's an understanding. Episode 118, Speak Your Truth. Shout out to my sponsors, Dr. Boz Moreno from Method Moreno, as well as my brother Lifestyles Barber Academy, Lamont Styles, shout out to you. And to the last but not least, my brother, you are the gym body. My brother Haru, the Modern Monk, shout out to you. If you don't know, you on episode 118, Speak Your Truth, You Are the Gym podcast show. Thank you and appreciate you guys for coming in and just listening to what a brother got to say. Even though a brother is just kind of paraphrasing, I'm just kind of regurgitating or explaining the things that's going on in my mind, and I'm speaking it out loud. Like I say, I'm not even tripping if you one visitor. It is because it's not about the likes. Really, keep it real with you. It's not about the likes, and it's not about the money. Even though the money will work and the likes will work, but at the same time, I'm self-motivated. I'm self-driven, so I don't need you to tell me to do this and do that. I'm already self-driven. I think that's that athlete mentality too. You feel me? You don't have to tell me to go work out. That's just part of my lifestyle. Every other day. Some days, don't take me wrong, some weeks, like this coming week, is going to be out of it for a minute. It's going to be out. You know what I'm saying? Probably a whole week without working out. Maybe. That's a maybe. Because you know what? I feel real guilty when I don't work out. Real guilty. But see, that's another thing too, even about this COVID or about these diseases. You don't allow it to exist. Because you have created in your mind the affirmation. You see what I'm saying? The visualization of you being successful, of you being in the best health you can be in, or becoming whatever that may be. You feel me? Striations coming all out the shirt. Yeah, this is large. This is large. Look at that. That brother got the chest up out there. No joke. And like I said, there's no ego. You just got to take advantage of the opportunities that you have. And don't tell me you don't have time to work out. You're on your social media. I know you're on your social media. They said the average person on Facebook, and we got like 1 billion people on Facebook. The average person on Facebook is spending 20 minutes literally on Facebook. So you got to be a part of that, or you not a part of that. Even though we got a lot of people on this planet, almost 8 billion people. So and it's funny because when they talking about these statistics, what's going on it's a lot of people that die anyway. But when you compare it to the statistics of what this so-called plane has, it's no comparison, people. That's all they're doing is just showing us death rate. And everybody's flipping out on the deaths. Oh yeah, 3 people died. 3 celebrities died. Man, there's people dying every day. Every day. If it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You're going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell. Either one, right? That's for my religious brothers and sisters. We truly got some problems, brothers and sisters. Even though we get treated like shit on this plane. They give you some hell. You get some people who get some serious hell up in here. Because it's all about trial and error here on this plane. Hence, speak your truth. You can have all the money in the world, but lose your soul, huh? You know what? And it's funny because all the so-called books out there, all of them, everything is telling somebody's experience, your experience, literally. What you have journeyed, what have you done within this particular, and how you have completed or how you have conquered this particular issue within your life. Think about it, people. How you get through certain processes. That's where you win. How you navigate in this particular worldview. Or how you particularly listen in. Because don't take me wrong. I'm not a media driven, even though I'm media, I'm a journalist myself. But at the same time, I like going directly to the people. That's one of the things I like. I like going directly to the person. Let me ask Mike Tyson such and such. You know, all these particular changes with Mike Tyson, obviously, even his experiences have made him become more of a humble type understanding, mindset, right? And maybe cannabis has something to do with that. But you never can. Let me back up, because never say never to an extent. But there's certain things that I think we have to question within our particular lifestyles anyway, because shit changes, right? And as you get older, you should be more maturing. Your questions should be maturing. You know, what am I really here for? What do I need to be doing? What do I need to be thinking of? You know what I'm saying? Who do I need to be around to? These are questions that I go through on a daily basis. What can I do to better my situation? Not just my situation, but those who are actually affected or influenced by me, by my character, by my energy. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing I think we fail to really realize or evaluate with Master P or Tupac or Jay-Z or Tom McDonald or NF. The character. What is their character and the characteristics? What's keeping them on a certain frequency where you be like, okay, I can get with that. In some cases it's going to be like, okay, I'm cool. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about evaluating what your situation is, but then being able to look future-wise too. Where do you want to be? You talk about freedom. Freedom to do this, freedom to do that. But then at the same time, you go do what they tell you to do. And I don't even have no more water. Shame on me. The power is in your hands. And we're going to talk about that too, power. That's a cold metaphor. Cold metaphor, but a cold element within your life. Because when you lose the power, and it's power do have a few definitions. I think power do have a few definitions that I think we need to really go dive deeper into that word power. Because I don't think we really don't get it, especially as the sheep, as we've been processed or conditioned to live a certain way, to act a certain way, to learn a certain way. Because look, one of the things that we're not doing in the schoolhouses or our institutions, they're not teaching them how to learn. It's all memorization. They're not teaching them techniques, how to learn, how to apply certain things to their life. Financial literacy. Understanding relationships. How many of you are tight with your parents? Really, really tight with your parents. Kind of have an understanding, have a respect for your parents. And they via to you yourself as well. You know, the other way around, especially as an adult. Because definitely the dynamics do change, but it's an understanding about how the dynamics change. Is it more beneficial or it's against situation? Oh, my parents are, you know, like if I grew up in a Jewish home, Jewish community, obviously it's certain things that they do. I'm just using this as an example. You know, I'm not Jewish. Even though maybe my people did speak Hebrew once upon a time, or the Hebrewites, or however you want to look at it. I think a lot of things have been adopted within cultures that they're using and not really getting to the root of it. When you start seeing the root of these particular lineages or ethnicities, certain things make sense. And then there's certain things that don't make sense too. That's my point. Question everything. Because you might be surprised. You claim that you this certain type of people, or this is your people, and this and that, and that. When you really look up deeper into it, you'll be like, wow. The miseducation, the misrelation, the disconnect. That's what's really going on, the disconnect. We so disconnected from the human family within ourselves, we can't even connect correctly. Our energies are not together. Our frequencies are up and down. Well, most of our frequencies are low. The root chakra, we're still down there. We're still trying to figure out how to get out the root chakra. You feel me? To be able to open up the other chakras. Uh-oh, now y'all got that brother talk about chakras. What y'all know about chakras? But that's basically what's going on here on a spiritual level. Physical level, we still on that sexual urge of, I want to get this, I want to get that. That fast gratification bullshit. Not really thinking about what's going on, how it's affecting our people. How is it affecting you, but how's it affecting others around you? 118. Speak your truth. Be your truth. Live your truth. Now I'm going to end it with this. Something to think about. Takeaways, as old Home Depot would say. Takeaways. We're going to have you some takeaways. See you in the aisle. Or see you on the... See you in the aisle. D. See you in the aisle. So takeaways. Here's some takeaways from this episode. 118. Speak your truth. Now, start questioning everything. Question yourself. Start off with that first. Question yourself. Think about some of the things that you've been doing in the last, 3 to 6 months that you think you need to improve on. Or even if it's just adding some type of workout. Now, I don't care what type of workout is. Well, I do care. A full body workout. Let me just throw that out there. Do a full body workout. Add that in your regimen, even if it's 3 days a week. You can start out with 2 days a week, every other day. You can use that. Okay, Monday and Wednesday, that's going to be my workout days. And I'm going to keep that up for a good, 2 months till you start getting more energy, more effective. Then you start bringing it up a little bit. Slowly but surely. That's the key thing. Slowly but surely. But you got to get started, right? That's the first takeaway. Second takeaway is this. As you're cleaning up your game, as you're starting to exercise, you're going to start eating better, right? You're going to start eating better. You're going to start putting better quality foods in your body. Not eating out every fucking day, spending all this money you don't have. Let's keep it real with you. And then we wonder why problems keep compounding. You know what I'm saying? They always talk about compound interest. Yes, that's what's going on. Hence, where you got that belly fat. Where you got all this fat and and everybody always want to talk about, I got to get rid of this belly. You know what's going to get rid of the belly is actually full body workouts. Because you can't specify on certain body parts. That would be nice. We would have definitely had that down. Especially in the fitness industry. They definitely would have had that. Oh, yeah, stomach muscle? No, you got to get your gut right. You got to get your gut health together. Period. Point blank. That's the second one. Now, the third one is really you taking the time to question you. Period. Question you in the surroundings and the people around you. Why am I here? What do I need to do? How do I need to be effective? Or influencing others, myself. Be a self-starter. Be a self-influencer. Be a self-motivator. It starts with you, brothers and sisters. It starts with you. I can't express it. It starts with you. You got to take control. You got to take possession on every aspect of your life, brothers and sisters. It's all in your hands. The future is in your hands. Yes, the future is in your hands. And the past and present is in your hands too. It's about what you do, how you use it. Start being more critical. Critical thinking, how you can better certain elements. What can you do? Even if you're against or for, convince yourself if that's the case. And what I mean by that, I mean by get a better foundation of education, of enlightenment. That when we're talking like all the symptoms, that's why I said symptoms are interesting, but you see how they coverted the whole institution of health and fitness. They coverted. They took it over. They said, no, we can't get these holistic brothers and sisters in here. They're making people do things that they should be doing anyway within their lifestyles. Drinking pop. Coca-Cola's the biggest brand in the world. I can say that. That's like Michael Jackson. If you don't know Michael Jackson, I don't even know what you doing. But you heard of Michael Jackson. Bob Marley might be up there too. Elvis too. But on that note, y'all stay strong. So stand up. Get up. Stand up for your right. Let me read that before I go. I did a poem the other day, and it wasn't recorded on the machine. It wasn't recorded here live on Instagram. So I'm gonna say this poem. It's called and I did post a poem on it's on YouTube. The poem's on YouTube, but I wanted to read this poem to you guys before I leave. Speak your truth, and that's what I was maintaining. So I'm gonna start this poem. Bear with me. If you like it, I like to get some of your insight. If you don't like it, I like to get some of your insight. Because regardless, if you're subscribing, if you whatever the case may be, all feedback is good feedback with me. I'll definitely respond to your feedback, kind of give you something, unless it's just some straight bullshit. But other than that, let me hear what you got to say about this poem. Not just the poem, but this episode. And you should be subscribing and sharing these episodes with other people who you know would be interested in what information is actually being gratified or expressed or distribute through the YouTube or all the different forms on You Are the Gym podcast show. And I'm getting started. I labeled this, I titled this poem called Get Up, Stand for Your Rights. So those of you who know who I'm talking about, my brother Bob Marley, and to the Willers, shout out to you, much respect, even to the Marley brothers and the whole camp, shout out to you. But I'm going to read this poem to you, brothers and sisters. Psychological warfare, manipulation everywhere. Keep your mask on, vaccinated you, zombie zone. Freedom of choice be gone. Antisocial violence is normal. Black lives matter. Everything matters. The real truth people scatter. Misinformed, disinformed. Back to segregate, where America was great. You do you, I do me. Keep it pushing. Keep your mandates with your crooked politicians and phony warfare missions. No more submissions to your government policies that dictate to my children to become economic slaves with no intention, no ambition. What's the real mission? Fascism, communism, socialism, capitalism, patriotism? Pick one. They all create slavism. If I left out some isms out, take a rain check, my brother, my sister. Like your COVID-19, fearing on them. It's a game, sport and play. Most of your beta males are gay. Your little girls wannabe men. We push this agenda, it's okay. You're creating the monster. You vote them in every 4 years. But it's never clear. Socioeconomic programs limits the minds of the sheep as we repeat the Holocaust. Black, brown, yellow, white, red, slaves. Malcolm X stated it real deep. Who can we forget? How can we forget that slaves never had rights? With the Constitution that was written for the rich whites. Stand up, get up. Stand up for your rights. And we out. Peace.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.